Alright guys, we got our holiday card for this year. I'm really excited.
It needs to keep snowing over there. It needs to keep snowing over all this. You see that one has
to. Just really simple pretty much, but I did all of it. Okay, there it goes. I'm gonna try and move it bigger. Hold on. Stop. Put this down. Okay. So that's what it looks like. Yay! You guys will be getting that at the beginning and end of the vlog as a Christmas card to you guys, because you guys mean so much to us. And if you're one of our YouTube friends, family member, or whatever, you guys will be getting an email, and you can also check it out on Facebook. You can check it out on my Facebook page, my Twitter, Tumblr, and Google+. So you can see the card a bunch of places, and that's our 2016 card, and I'm excited. Yay! Just lay flat. You're not even that close to him. You're like 2 inches away from him.
How close do you want me to be? Like right on top of him?
Well, you're not very close.
I whispered into him, I know what you did last summer. And then he like nudges forward like, don't you tell anyone.
Yeah, but you got scared for a second.
Hi,
JJ!
Food shop.
JJ! Hi!
Jack, look right here. Look right here, Jack.
Hi, JJ!
Jack, look right here.
Don't look at him. He's a creeper.
Look at my...
You guys, look at how many presents are under the tree. It's starting to look and feel like more Christmas now. There's a lot. Got some over there too. All over here. All over there. Are you excited for Christmas? Sure, come on, it'll be great. I'm so excited for Christmas. We got all of our, well, me and Andrew have all of our presents. I just need to get something for Andrew, but we have all of our presents under the tree. We've given his mom and his stepdad and his sister their presents. We're gonna give Tony and Janet and Michael their presents later, and we have everybody else's under the tree. So I just basically need to wrap Andrew's and then done. But this weekend I'm going to go and look for a couple things for Andrew. And then on Monday we're going to be going over to campus and watching and celebrating with Cody too. So it'll be really fun. Jack's got his foot. He's like, oh, I'm so cuddly. Is that heater nice? Jack's in the chair and Kiwi was laying down there in the exact same position. It was really funny. Well, we had some very delicious popcorn. I'm sorry that I didn't vlog any of it, but it was very good. We watched Y5. Well, it was really good. I don't know if any of you guys watched that show, but it was really good. I'm mad though because they ended it in a cliffhanger, and I'm like, oh man. But I'm not sure if they'll do it next week because it'll be like Christmas, or if they will just continue it in January. But it was a good one. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. It's a pretty cool show. Mom, do it again. Say it again.
Just one dose of the Prevnar 13 vaccine can help protect you from pneumonia, an illness that can cause coughing, chest pain, difficulty breathing, and Prevnar 13 is for adults 18 and older to help
making fun of that commercial. You're funny.
You should never see Prevnar 13 because you walks out into the vaccine or its ingredients. If you have a weakened immune system, you may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects were pain, redness and swelling at the injection site.
You're funny. Hi guys. So I wanted to do a little thing about me and Sarah, because on the 14th was the day that we met, but last year I did my montage thing on the 15th. I think I just got the date wrong or something, but I did all that stuff on the 15th and was like, this is the day we met, but it's really the 14th. So I think I've told you guys the story of how I met Sarah before, but I'm going to tell you one more time, and then tell you, I don't know, some other little fun stuff. And then also refer you to her channel, which is actually down below. If you look in our friends one, she's like the first or second one. You can click on her channel. She just did an update video, so you should check it out. So on the 14th this year, 2016, me and Sarah have known each other and been friends for 9 years, which is a big milestone. Next year is going to be 10 years, and that's a decade. So that's kind of crazy. So we've been knowing each other for that long. And we met 2007 in choir class. Ironically, I meet a lot of my friends in choir class. And it was obviously December 14th. And Vernonia, where she originally lived, was flooded. So her and her family had to move out because it was really flooded and everyone like that, and they just couldn't live there. So they had moved there the week prior, and then she enrolled in Liberty, and the only spot open was choir class, and so she was like, oh, okay, I'll take a choir class. And so she took choir and joined us. And then on that day we were doing our warm-ups because we were getting ready for the winter program. And the programs had already been like made and everything like that, because the next week we were gonna perform it. So they had already been made up, so her name isn't actually in it because she was like a new student at the time. But she sat in the only empty chair that was in alto, which is where Miss Euchre, our teacher, put Helena. And part of the reason I think she put Helena there is to separate me and Helena, because I was on the soprano side and she was on the alto side, and I think that was partially to separate us, because when we are together we can meld our voices very well and we can like sing very well together, even though we're like slightly different, we're different pitches, but we can, you know, we sound good together, but we talked a lot and messed around pretty much, so she separated us. So she was sitting in front of Sarah, and Sarah was sitting directly behind her. And at first me and Helena were talking and chatting and everything like that, laughing. I don't know what we were talking about, but whatever high school girls talk about, that's what we were talking about. And then Miss Euchre said, everybody get in your seats, I'm going to start writing things on the board. So she started writing which order we were going to do all of our songs. She said we could still talk, but just had to stay at our seats. So Helena went back to her seat, and there was a rule in there that you can't eat or chew gum, obviously, if you're singing. But Helena had Hershey Kisses, and she had them in her pocket. So she took out like 3 Hershey Kisses and like, you know, ate 2 of them, and was just sitting there. And I think she was, I don't remember exactly what she was doing, but she was like writing something down, and I think it was like a note she was going to pass me. If you ask me now, I have no idea what the note said, but I might have it somewhere actually. And then Sarah was behind her, and she kind of noticed on the board that one of the agendas was introduce new student, and so she looked around and she noticed that Sarah was the new one, and she introduced herself and offered her a Hershey Kiss, and Sarah took it. And then Helena yelled across the room and goes, Simone, Libby, Simi! And I was like, what? And like, I was reading, and the book I was reading is actually Sold. It's a book called Sold. So I stopped reading, and she's like, this is the new girl. And I was like, oh, hi, and waved at her, and then went back to reading. And then those two talked a little bit, and I think Helena just kind of explained to her what Miss Euchre's class was like and everything like that. And then we started class, and we did our notes and everything like that. And after class, when we were getting our bags and everything like that, we had, me and Helena had class together. And so we were walking the same way, and Sarah had to go to the office, and that was the same way we were going. So we all walked together, and we talked and chatted, and asked her where she was from, and asked her if she had anywhere to sit at lunch, and she said no. So we told her to meet us by the choir room under the stairs to meet at lunch. And we were half expecting her not to show up, because we figured like as the day went on she would meet new friends and would like totally forget about us. But she met us there, and she was actually sitting there before we were there. We were like, oh, hey, Sarah. And then that's how we basically met. And then every day after that, she hung out with us at choir and walked to our first class. And it ended up that her first class was right next to ours, so we got to walk to class together every day. And then we had lunch together every day, and we got, you know, close and everything like that. And then in January, when I had my birthday party, I think I was turning 16. I wanted to have a sweet 16 type of party where we had just like a big party and it was like a fun kind of slumber party type of thing. So I, of course, invited Helena first and was like, it's not even a question that you're invited, but you need to help me make a guest list and make me, like, help me with the planning and everything, like the cake and what we're going to do and the music and everything. And she was like, oh, well, who should we invite? And I was like, let's invite Sarah. Let's, you know, invite her to our sleepover, give her like a little initiation. And then we also invited our friend Kaylee, and I have a picture of that. I'll insert that picture at the end. And that was the first picture I ever took with me and Sarah and Helena all together. And that was our very first sleepover that we ever had together. And it was really, really fun. We did prank her a little bit. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, Sarah. I know you're probably saying this. I'm sorry, but we did prank her. We put like a fake spider and we like put a hot pepper in with the popcorn or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't as bad as when we pranked our other friend. We actually put her outside on the porch. That was pretty mean. But it was just like an initiation type of thing. It wasn't like trying to be mean. And she actually took it pretty well too. She was just kind of laughing, like, be like, wow, you guys are so silly. So that's how I met Sarah in 2008. And ever since we have been friends. And she was at my graduation party. And my graduation, she actually had to like figure out how to stay up here. So what she did is on my graduation day, she came up, and I think it was a Friday, and then she stayed at my house while me and Helena went to grad night. She stayed at my house, and she slept over here without us here, and then stayed over Saturday night as well, and then Sunday was my grad party, I think, or no, Saturday was my grad party, and she also stayed over Sunday, and then Monday she got back on the bus to go to Vernonia. So she stayed like the whole weekend. She only stayed one night without us, but when we came back from our grad party at 3 o'clock in the morning, she was up, and we were like, what are you doing up? You didn't have to get up for us. She's like, oh, well, I heard your mom going to get you, so, you know, I got up. And so then we ended up not going to sleep right away and staying up for another hour, talking and telling her about how fun it was and everything, asking her about her grad party. She said, I didn't go to my grad party because I had a party with you guys. And we were like, oh yeah, I'll tell you about that story another time. But then she slept over and we knocked out and basically slept until like 11 o'clock. Had my grad party with all my family and a bunch of friends and cakes and everything like that. And then that night she slept over again, and we watched movies and stayed up way too late and ate a bunch of popcorn and a bunch of bad stuff, even though we had stayed up till 3 that day before. And then she hung out all day Sunday, and then she slept over Sunday night as well, and we did the exact same thing. But that Sunday we went to the mall all together. We hung out, went to all the shops, had an awesome fun day, then came back and watched a whole bunch of movies. Like, we rented a bunch of movies from Blockbuster. That's how old it is. And then Monday we walked her to we walked all together to Orengo, and then got on and went to Willow Creek, and we went to the Target area, hung out there all day, and then at 4 o'clock she got back on the bus, and then me and Helena came home. So it was kind of like an extravaganza type of thing. But yeah, that is our story, and we've now been friends for 9 years, and I just think that's crazy because that's almost a decade. Next December, me and her will have been friends for 10 years, which is a decade. And that is crazy that I will have, like, and next year, me and Helena will be friends for 12 years, which is over a decade. That's crazy to think that I have, like, you know, over a decade, and I just think that's crazy. But it's so awesome that I have both of those two, and I'm so happy to meet you, and I'm so excited to be able to tell you guys this story and to celebrate the fact that we've known each other for 9 years. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that story, and happy 9 years to Sarah. Go check out her channel, and I'll insert the pictures at the end. So you guys, I was kind of thinking of maybe possibly doing a stories with Simi type of thing, where it's kind of like a side series type of thing that maybe either is in the vlogs or not in the vlogs, where I just tell you different stories of like things that have happened to me through my whole life and everything like that, and funny stories, because I've had a couple people ask about like funny stories of me, Helena, and Sarah, and I've had them ask about me and Helena's funny stories or me and Sarah's funny stories, and I have a lot of them. I'm actually in the process of writing them all down and writing a book about me and Helena's stories and me and Sarah's stories, and just my personal stories too. So if you guys would be interested in that, put that in the comments below if you guys would be interested to hear more stories. Hopefully they're not too boring. I'm trying not to walk around very much, but I wander when I talk on the phone or when I talk to you guys, so I apologize. But anyways, I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys had a fun night, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to check out our Christmas card and all of our social medias, and you'll see it at the end, and you saw it at the beginning. Hope you have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow for some Christmas shopping. Good night, little stars.